Hey, Inspired Tribe. How's it going? Welcome to the Inspired Livestream right here on the Inspired channel. My name is Jean Nolan. This is my wonderful wife, Kristin Nolan.
Welcome, everyone.
And we're excited that you're here with us today. We're excited that you joined us today, Inspired Tribe. We're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, and we're unapologetically free. Repeat after me: healthy, wealthy, and whole and unapologetically free. It is Tuesday, March 29th, 2022, and it's a beautiful day. I shared a little bit with our new supporters on Locals, the platform we just joined. That's Uncensored, Unfiltered. I shared a little bit about our day behind the scenes. I was out right next to the woods here and just talking a little bit about what's happening on the Inspired channel on a daily basis, how our days unfold, when they start, what we do, and when they end usually. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to go shoot a video and not ever think about what we can and cannot say. And so before we dive into today's topic, I just wanted to invite you all again to join us on Locals. I'll be doing this for a while now. To just become members on this platform. They promised us that they will never censor us. And we said, do you have the infrastructure to back it up? Do you have your own servers? And they said, yes, we do. That's important to us. And so we said, okay, we're in. And so we joined Locals. And for those,
absolutely free.
Yes, it's absolutely free. We just wanted to make sure because some people yesterday got a little bit confused whether it's if it's paid or free. So to join and to become a member on Locals and to become a member and see our feeds is free. It's absolutely free to join. However, there is a supporters section on Locals where you can join the Inspired community for supporters. And that's either $5 a month right now or $50 a year, $50 a year. So there's a discount there. And for that, you get exclusive content that we don't share anywhere else. It's just going to be there. And it's the things we cannot and won't talk about anywhere else and things we have never talked about before. So if you want to support, we appreciate you all. We appreciate the support. It allows us to continue to create and be free in our creations. That being said, let me welcome you to live chat. And then I want to invite you on a challenging journey today. I'm not going to lie. It'll be challenging because it might clash a little bit with your beliefs, but I believe it's highly important we talk about it. It's high time we did. But let me welcome you all here in the live chat. Who is here? Jay Fraj, Portia is here. Then we have Miss Patty from Cali. I've seen her earlier already commenting. Ramona is here. Nancy, good to see you. Then we have Wolfgang aus dem Wuppertal in Deutschland. Schön, dass du da bist. Then we have Evolve Love. We have Ingrid from Belgium. Bonjour. Then we have Sandy. Good to see you. Fiery Sears. Good to see you too. Robin, Sheila. Who else is here? Jeanette is here from the Netherlands. Good to see you, Jeanette. Then I saw Rena from Dallas, Texas. Wonderful. Consciousness says King the 13th. Then we got what?
Yeah, 13th. Yeah.
Then we got Christy. Welcome. Stuart, welcome. Ronnie, Gypsy. Good to see you all. Hey, and just to get back to that local thing, another thing that people asked us, hey, why do you have to go on another platform? I don't want to sign up for another platform. I'll get that. We're all in the same boat here. The thing is, we all at one point or not joined Facebook and Instagram and those mainstream big platforms, and they totally let us down in terms of how they treated free speech and how they treated people and how they politicized everything. And I get that it's a kind of a overload on new platforms, but there's just a new calibration here. And I think we need to appreciate and we need to celebrate that people are going out of their way to create platforms, invest in them, invest in the infrastructure. And we were just looking for a home, for a place that we could call home, that we could trust. That's why we're there. Locals belongs to Rumble. Rumble, the video platform. Locals, kind of the social media aspect of things. So just so you know, this is one big family there. All righty, let's dive into today's topic, which is The unspiritual poverty trap. And what does that mean? Play of words? No. So, first of all, I want to talk a little bit about what or who the spiritual community is. I want to say that there's a distinction here between the classic religious communities, which is the big religions, that have been around for a long time. And then there's kind of a pool of people that look at themselves more as spiritual rather than religious. And this is not one singular group, but a lot of people with similar or um, um, in some ways overlapping beliefs and views. And it's grown to be a very influential and big community. But one thing that we've noticed being in this community or being a part of it in our own way, and also teaching in this community, exploring in this community, is that a lot of people have fallen into this trap where they believe it is virtuous, it is spiritual, it is somehow the path to enlightenment to be poor, and that it is unspiritual to create wealth for yourself. It's unspiritual to charge for your services or products, that somehow it's intrinsically evil and bad and unspiritual to create wealth in your life. And this is truly a design trap. I mean, the Matrix designs go so deep, and sometimes we don't expect them in places like in these communities, but they're there and they're put there for a reason. And I'll give you a quick thing. One thing I will never forget, and this is seemingly unconnected, but it's super highly connected. Years and years ago, when the Bilderberg meetings really came to a public attention. First, these secretive meetings happened for tens of years, and nobody knew about them. And if somebody said there's this secretive meeting happening where people are deciding over the fate of humanity, people said that's just a conspiracy. There's no such thing. But then 15 years ago, so it became a bigger thing, and a lot of people would gather at these meetings, and those people were conspiracy realists. They were spiritual people that realized we need to expand, we need to change, we need to evolve. And they would gather there and protest and report on it and whatnot. And then someone inside inside the hotel where they held the meeting was recorded, one of the big guns there. And he said, what the hell are these people doing here? How can they even afford to take off work and come here? They shouldn't have that much money. And you need to understand that this is a program that's been built into the system where people are kept at a barely surviving level. And this is also in the spiritual community. It's kind of taught as being unspiritual, unenlightened. And people would come to us and say, how dare you? How dare you charge for your coaching? How dare you charge for your seminar? How dare you do those things? And we don't even comment on that because it's for someone with such a lack and scarcity mentality. There's it's usually a complete waste of our time to respond to that. But we do it here in this way, and we want to let you know something. There's a difference between simplicity and poverty. There's a difference between consciously deciding that you're going to live a simpler life, that the accumulation of a lot of material goods is not on top of your priority list, versus being poor and having no means to create experiences, to be independent, to be free, to be the master of your own fate. That's a whole different philosophy. Actually, we do not believe in the accumulation of material wealth to the extent where you just keep gathering things and you keep renting storage space so you could put all that crap in there. At the same time, we do not limit ourselves by saying that we do not deserve, or somehow it's unspiritual for us to have wealth, to have money, to have the material things that we want and need in our lives. And the spiritual trap is really, this is the big one, is first they tell you to find your purpose, which is a great thing. And then they tell you to give it away for free all the time. This is where the trap kicks in, especially when you want to serve others, especially when you are helping others, assisting others, giving a service, really, which is, it can be coaching, it can be healing, any of those things. People say it's not okay for you to charge for that. And I will say this, we always go above and beyond to give freely in so many ways. This, for example, what you're doing right and here experiencing right now is us giving freely. The videos that we create are free of charge. So many of our posts, so many of our guidances, processes, we love giving. But at the same time, there is a charge and there is a value in going into deeper connection and into bringing more value to your life, which we acknowledge. Also, we have a family. Also, we have a home. Also, we have bills to pay, like most people that live within society, and even those that live outside of society. And we simply do not enjoy a lifestyle that keeps us barely alive. Who does? And here's the thing, the challenge comes when you begin telling yourself, because what you've been doing hasn't worked for you yet or hasn't brought about the abundance yet, that you come up with the stories in your head of, oh, this is the universe's plan for me. The universe wants me to be like this, or I'm just supposed to be poor, or, it's not okay. Money is the root of all evil. All these belief systems that do not serve us whatsoever and that have been just put in place to limit us. No, money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil, and that is true. If you get so attached to money and materialism that it becomes more important than your purpose, than your family, than your health, than the earth and our communities, yes, that truly leads to evil. But other than that, I encourage you to become wealthy in your life. I encourage you to create a great abundance for you and your family. I encourage you to experience the beautiful things that you can do with money and wealth in your life. These things are changing anyways. We're moving away from the classical concept of money anyways, and we're just about to recreate, co-create, newly create a new exchange system, but it's going to be there nonetheless. We're going to have some form of some instrument that will allow us to store value and exchange value. And I don't believe this instrument should be solely electronic. I don't believe it should be solely crypto. But that's not the point of this live stream. The point of this live stream is to tell you that you can be in connection with your creator, that you can live your purpose, and that you can be rich, and it can all happen at the same time. And I can tell you that we've lived on both sides of that coin, having material wealth and money, and being able to do what we want, but also having none. Like when I say none, I mean zero. I mean less than nothing. And one thing is clear: if you cannot find happiness and if you cannot become content while you have nothing, you will not find happiness and be content while you have everything. But at the same time, living for extended periods of time in poverty is not what we were meant to be and how we were meant to live. Look at the natural realm. It is full of abundance. Nature is abundant. The animals that live in nature have abundance around them. They don't starve. They're not dying. They're not, they don't need to steal. They're living in abundance. Trees have abundance. The soil is abundant. Everywhere where we come in, we might mess with that, but I'm talking about the natural realm. And so this is our birthright. It is your birthright to do that. And it is especially beautiful to create abundance for yourself when you do what you love, because then you're in sync. Then you're not trying to sell something to someone. You're simply providing something of value and you're receiving something of value. But this is in addition to the live stream that we had yesterday, where we talked about the subconscious beliefs and programs that were instilled in us from age 0 to 6. If you haven't watched it, please go. This kind of builds on that. Most of us have been brought up with a lot of limiting beliefs around money and wealth. Nothing is as emotional as money and sex. That's in our society. Those are the most emotional topics where people have the most limitations. And it is by design. It is by program. Because what does wealth create for you? It doesn't just create experiences. It doesn't just create more comfort. It doesn't just create something beautiful for your family. It creates freedom. When you are financially abundant, you're free. You do not fear anyone or anything else because you have and you are connected to your abundance. And so you're not dependent on what's happening around you. And this is something that we should all strive to create in our lives. This is something that we should all connect with in our lives. This is something that we should all practice in our lives. It is truly our natural birthright to live in abundance and to have today's expression. One of the expressions of abundance is money. And so I encourage you to go and examine your beliefs around it. I encourage you to go and really look deep into your heart, into your soul, into your mind, and see what is there. What do you really believe about money? And I can tell you one thing too. When you begin accepting this, that abundance is your birthright, then you will be as abundant in your receiving as you will be in your giving. And it usually starts with the giving. You begin giving more freely. And you know why? Because you don't think, shit, this is going out, it's not coming back. You begin doing, oh, I'm giving this out. I'm putting this in circulation and it's coming back and bringing brothers and sisters. You see, this is what begins to happen. And you begin to see the circle of abundance and you begin to feel what goes around comes around. And the more I give freely, the more I give in love, the more I share and help others, the more comes back to me. And there's also a domino effect in all of this. While you are cut off from your natural abundance stream, nothing seems to work. And because you are programmed to live in a scarcity mindset, until you break that program, nothing really seems to work. And so everything you do, people are not willing to pay for it, or they can't pay for it, or they pay late, or they don't pay your money back, all of those programs. But I can tell you one thing too. Once you break those programs and once you begin to reprogram those beliefs into positive abundance mindset beliefs, once one income stream opens, the second comes, the third comes, the fourth comes, all of a sudden, money comes from expected and unexpected sources. Expected and unexpected sources. This used to be my affirmation daily, 20, 30, 40, 50 times. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I loved how that felt. I simply loved the openness of it. And I would tell myself this. I would go deep into meditation. And while I was still in this meditative state, I would let my higher self give me those beautiful statements. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I'm a magnet for abundance. I deserve abundance. I deserve to have money in my life. Money comes to me freely. I give it and receive it freely. Money is my best friend. I love money and money loves me. There are so many beautiful affirmations out there, money comes in great avalanches. I mean, just beautiful things. But you need to go deep enough and begin reprogramming there. That's what we talked about yesterday. And stop talking about it to people who haven't experienced wealth yet, who are giving you advice on wealth, advice on money, advice on financial freedom, and don't have it. Don't take advice from people who don't have financial freedom. Don't take advice from people who are still living in a scarcity mindset. Why would you? If I want to get the best at any sport or the best at, whatever it is, I go to the best people and ask them and watch how they do it, ask them for guidance. That's where I go. I don't go to someone who doesn't know what they're doing. And also, do not discuss your affirmations with other people. Most people think this is crazy, or they think this is stupid, or they just say, this doesn't work, Also, don't just rely on affirmations. Don't just rely on positive thinking. That is a beautiful accelerator, but also receive and act on the inspired ideas that you'll receive, because you will. When you tap into this mindset, when you tap into this abundance pool, you'll get ideas, you'll get inspired thoughts, and you get like those light bulb moments. Act upon them. Do what the Creator puts in front of you. And truly, don't stop at 10,000 or 15,000 or tell yourself this is enough. No, allow for the flow. Allow for the flow. Who says you can't be a beautiful, spiritual, wonderful, giving, contributing being with $1 billion? Who says you can't be a billionaire and help the world in all the ways that you can? Who says that you cannot? These are all just beliefs. because I know wonderful billionaires. We know wonderful billionaires who are wonderful human beings with a generous heart who help others, who are wonderful people. But we also know poor people who have next to nothing and are none of those things and are maybe very envious or violent or depressed or whatever. So this is not a determining factor. And really, 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 let me tell you this: life is definitely much easier, uh, much more fun, and a lot freer if you have wealth. People tell me, and that's a lot of the arguments that I've seen, especially from the spiritual community, is, well, but look at all those monks and look at all those people who went into monasteries and the saints of the past. Yeah, well, let me ask you something. A monastery is not poverty. You go there and everything's taken care of. Yes, you have your chores. Yes, you do your thing, but everything's taken care of. Actually, the monks of the Buddhist monasteries will tell you, we have it much easier than you out there. You need to function in the matrix. You need to make things work for yourself. You need to feed your family. We don't need to do that. We pray, we meditate, and for us, everything's provided. We get the food, we get the shelter, we get what we need. So no, don't buy into the spiritual, unspiritual poverty bullshit trap. It's another program that's there to hinder you. I actually challenge you. I actually challenge you today. Put a number on a piece of paper. Put a number that you feel great about, and the number needs to feel great to you. If your number is 5,000, that's fine. If your number is 5 million, that's fine. Pick the number that's right for you. Put it on a piece of paper, and decide today. Decide today, right now, that this number is going to materialize into real wealth that represents it. Now, is it dollars? Wonderful. Are you being gifted a house that represents that number? Are you being offered a position that represents that number? Are you winning it in the lot? It doesn't matter how that comes to you. I just want you to connect with that number. I just want you to connect with the feeling that it gives you, to connect with the freedom that you feel everywhere in your body when you think about that, and stop judging yourself for it. I mean, it's crazy to judge yourself for it. It's just one expression of abundance. You wouldn't judge yourself for wanting love in your life. You wouldn't judge yourself for wanting air in your life. You wouldn't judge yourself for those things. Why would you judge yourself for wanting money in your life, for wanting dollars or euros or pesos or whatever currency it is? Don't judge yourself. Decide today, connect with that feeling, and then every day, in every way, support that vision. As I said, the best way to do it is to live your purpose. That's when everything comes together, Inspire Tribe. And that's what we are doing every day. We're doing nothing else. We're simply showing up for what we're supposed to do. And the rest, really, I mean, this sounds so stupid easy, because it is, but it kind of takes care of itself then. It kind of keeps showing up as opportunities. It kind of keeps knocking on our door. And all we have to do is say yes. Agree to it if it's something that we're aligned with, and go with this opportunity. And the same is available to you, because we don't have a magic wand. We don't have anything different than you have at your disposal. You just got to use it, what's there, and things will begin to happen. And for those of you who've already experienced this, you know this. You know how wonderful it feels when things begin to flow, when love begins to flow, opportunities begin to flow, money begins to flow. I mean, if you've ever been cut off for a while and then the floodgates open again because you've done the work, oh my goodness, it feels amazing. It feels easy. It feels wonderful. It helps you with good sleep. It helps you with good health. It helps you with more quality time with your family. It helps you with all the things we all want in our lives. So please don't listen to the BS. Become wealthy. I want you to be wealthy. We want you to be wealthy in all ways, not just money, in all ways. But we want you also to experience financial wealth, material freedom. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Inspire Tribe. Also, as we said yesterday, I think we got 2-3 spots left, honey.
Yeah, free, I think.
Yeah, I think we got 3 spots left for the Yado retreat. kind of, if 4 come in today, we'll take, but that's kind of where we capped it at. So if you feel inspired to join us for the Yada retreat from May 5th through May 8th in Cape San Blas, Florida, just send us an email to info@inspiredchannel.net. Put Yato, Y-A-T-O, in the subject line, and we'll send you all the information. We're going to go deep. And of course, this is going to be on the agenda as well. This is not a money seminar uh, at all, but everything includes everything. And so when we go deep enough, when we connect with our higher self and when we connect with spirit, everything's being activated, everything is being touched. And that's what we're going to do over the course of those days. Leave our everyday life behind, leave our rituals and habits behind, and go deep, expand our comfort zone, expand our limitations, and see how good it can get. So if you feel inspired to join us, send us an email to info@inspiredchannel.net. Put Yato, Y-A-T-O, in the subject line, and we'll send you all the information. All right, my rich, wealthy, financially abundant, and free friends, today, all day long, I'm going to think about you. All day long. And all I'm going to think about is the wealthy tribe everywhere in the world. I want to picture you with financial abundance, traveling in your beautiful homes, giving, wallets full of opportunities, all those things that financial wealth includes. I'm going to picture you like that. And I'm going to picture you like that because you deserve it, because I believe you deserve it, because I know you deserve it, because it's your birthright. All right. Thank you for tuning in, Inspired Tribe. Please join us on Locals. The link is in the top of the live chat and also in the video description. And become a member there. We're going to talk about things there that we cannot talk about anywhere else, and create a whole new journey together. Please join us today, and we'll see you there. We'll see you here on Thursday, 2 p.m. Central, right here on the Inspired Channel. And until then, be wealthy, healthy, whole, and free.